Hey guys, Cdrama Invasion here. Welcome back to a new video, and as the title suggests, we're just gonna jump into it because I have lots to say, and we're only doing 2 dramas, but I did wait a little bit just because Eve, I wanted to watch at least 4 episodes before making a first impressions video. So yeah, let's just start with A Dream of Splendor. This one is making all the headlines right now in China, and for good reason. So we'll break it down, and we'll also talk about the inflated Douban score and just my opinion on that. But one of the best things about this drama right off the bat, from watching like 2 or 3 episodes in, I am on episode like 15, 16 at the moment, but my very initial notes on this was that the best part about this drama is that it does make sense, at least for the main characters. So I'm not too sure about all the political stuff that we might get later on. But if you don't like that trope where the female lead is just overpowered, she's like strong or whatever, they try to prove her to be strong by making her do a lot of irrational things, and she does what she wants, she gets what she wants without any consequences. This is not like that, even though it is depicted well based off of the submarine and stuff. You might think it's a very woman liberating type of drama, strong female lead and stuff. There's 3 female leads in the drama. You'll quickly soon learn that it's not all these tropey things. Like, there are moments of empowerment and great moments that you truly think that she's smart and she makes sense, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of barriers for women at the time. And it's true, back then, for women who weren't of a high prestige, royalty, basically, everybody's necks was on the chopping blocks. One wrong move and basically you're out, and any little scandal and you're also shamed and everything. Terrible time in general just to live as a woman. So they struck this balance that was not like over the top, trope filled, yet you watch it and you do feel that she is mature, that she's smart. And I really like that. And I also saw a lot of people comparing this to Who Rules the World. I don't know why. It's definitely not a wuxia, and you shouldn't be comparing it at all. They're completely different, the plot and stuff. I wouldn't compare this to any other drama. I don't think we've seen anything similar for a long time now. I would categorize this more as a historical costume romance drama with more about slice of life. Even though we do get some fighting scenes, we do get politics here and there, it's not crazy about that. It is about the female lead and her journey. It's female centered, but it's not like overpowered like in Princess Agents or Who Rules the World, where the female lead is like the best of the best at fighting, etc. This is one grounded in a little bit more realism, and it's very much about the ordinary lives, the struggles of these women, these characters. One thing I am a little bit concerned about is the ending, just because so many dramas just haven't landed the way I wanted it to be. Most dramas I rate lower, even though I enjoy a lot. Like Who Rules the World, a lot of dramas that are great, but then the ending isn't satisfactory or it feels super rushed. I don't know if it's because they're trying to limit it with the amount of episodes, and then like very maybe rushed post-production team for some of the episodes, because it could feel really abrupt, choppy, or like you didn't have enough time on this one thing that you set up for so long. So I'm hoping that that won't happen to this one. And now about the rating. So the rating, it's in a recent Cdrama news episode, I talked about, I think it was like episode 107 or 108, where I talked about the ratings climbed so high. It was like 8.3, which is like already unheard of in Douban. Usually you have like 8.2, 8.1, and that's like super high. Douban is a little bit more critical, but it is based off of the amount of users watching it and rating it too. So, and I think under 12 hours, it reached to 8.8, and they basically kept that rating ever since. And for me at the moment, I feel like it's at an 8 to 8.5, but near a 9 is a little bit much, just because we haven't seen a lot yet. I do understand where they are coming from. Most people are just so happy with Crystal coming back, and she's huge, and she made a lot of headlines, especially in Condor Heroes. I think 2006 or something. And the funny thing is the male lead is also in one of those adaptations. And I'm telling you, it's like the most iconic drama back in the day. And I actually do want to go back and watch it. I'm not sure if I have time to, but if I do, I'll definitely make a review and see how it holds till this day. So it has a very strong impression in a lot of people's minds. Therefore, when she had this big comeback, of course, so many people are going to be watching. And she's so beautiful, truly. A lot of people talk about her beauty, and if you compare it side by side, she has this like elegance to her. She gives me like Zhao Lusi vibes. Super gentle and elegant. Imagine Zhao Lusi like 10 or 15 years. Imagine if Zhao Lusi like stopped acting and she came back for after 15-16 years. Of course, there's going to be a big reaction. So I get it. And so far the romance does deliver. I think it's the best part of the drama. And that's great because if you have a romance drama, that better be the best part, okay? And so many dramas that are advertised as romance, shansha, romance, whatever. Like the romance isn't strong or great enough for me to buy into it. Or like there's a lot of just sad stuff that has them separated. And I'm glad that this is not the case here. It is a little bit more of a slow burn romance, but at the same time, it's like the little things. For example, the male lead is super caring and sweet. One of the highlight moments for me is there's a scene where she washes her hands and she says she's dirty, and he comes and he helps her wash it, and he's just so honest. And during her most vulnerable time, he would just see through the surface and never judge her, and they just feel so real, like a real couple that has been through a lot together. And you don't get that so much nowadays. So far it's been quite engaging, and like I said, one of my favorite things about the male lead is, of course, his charisma. He's such a good actor, Chen Xiao. I think that he just portrays this perfectly well. And if you're looking for a drama with him and Zhao Liying, I definitely recommend watching Legend of Lu Zhen. Not a lot of people go back and watch those older dramas, but to me, that's where you find like the really good writing type of chemistry and characters. In here, he's definitely the considerate type, and there's just this type of sweetness that doesn't feel artificial. So many dramas are full of tropes nowadays, and it's quite hard to find this type of romance and chemistry. Like he does really little things, like just tucking her hair here and there, and it's just so sweet and considerate. I like that they kind of had like a little friends to lovers type of story. It just makes it feel so natural, and there's lots of moments where they just have this deep understanding of each other with like a look or a sigh. They can easily guess each other's thoughts. I find it so lovely, and I just can't get enough of this couple. Also, shout out to San Yang, the second female lead. She's so great. She's so funny, and there's so many moments where I'm just like, hell yes, whenever I see her on screen. Such a good friend and such a great person to have around. So far, the rating for me is 8 to 8.5, more on the 8.5, I think. And we'll see whether or not it will go higher or lower, depending on the end. Yeah, so my tip on this is just to not compare this to any other drama and just throw that thought outside and just enjoy it for what it is. And if you don't enjoy it now, it doesn't mean you won't enjoy it later. I had so many drama experiences where before I would say that when you're a little bit of a newbie to maybe, let's say, historical dramas you haven't seen enough, and you're kind of here for that artificial sugar, give me everything, tropey, don't matter. Super understandable, but for me personally, it feels like I've watched too many of those dramas recently. All of these dramas have been artificial, sweet tropes that makes you roll your eyes. Watch all of those, and once you get to the stage where you're sick of that, then click play on this one, and you will literally hear that heavenly chorus play in your head, because this is how it feels with this couple. They're just so genuine and refreshing, at least for C-dramas. So yeah, if you don't like it now, it's fine. Try it again in a couple of years and you might come back with a new perspective. Okay, now let's talk about Eve, since I spent like way too long talking about Dream of Splendor. Okay, so Eve, there's only been like 4 or 5 episodes out, and I've seen 4 episodes, so let's talk about it. So honestly, a lot of the tags that was trending with this on Twitter and stuff was like, leave your morals at the door. It's all about revenge. And that's definitely the sentiment I would also agree with. Many early viewers would have to agree that from episode 1, you will have a great understanding of what type of drama this is. It's intense, it's interesting. It's a revenge that she literally does not care about morals at this point. She's been through so much and she's just trying to get back at those people that harmed her and her family. Female lead, so Yeji, is great at acting. She has the perfect look for this. She has a huskier voice. I did watch her in other dramas and always thought that she would make a great Penthouse or something like that, and she came out with this, so of course I had to watch it and review it. She literally risked it all and will use everyone and anything in her arsenal to get close to the male lead and take revenge. So this includes her child and her husband. Yes, she's married and she has a child as well, and she uses that child to get close to the male lead in the first episode. And you know what? I really enjoy it. Like, if you're gonna do it all the way. And they really do. There's some really, really steamy scenes here. And for me, it's a given. Come on. It's about infidelity. It's about revenge. And I'm really happy because it delivers. And there's been a lot of dramas that's been trying to replicate this revenge melodrama type of thing, but not a lot deliver. So I would also have to wait until the last episode to tell you guys whether or not it was worth the watch, because they're all usually very addictive, but some of them wrap up really, really terribly. Not this drama, but I remember one drama where the female lead did so much and then she ended up, I think, falling in love with the male lead, and it just got so messy. And I hope that doesn't happen, because there's like 2 or even 3 male leads. I don't know what's going to happen to her husband, honestly. This is super wild and entertaining, and if you're in that mood, then definitely check it out. It's been a great month. I've been slowing down, just watching a couple of dramas slowly, but if Immortal Samsara actually drops on the 24th, as most sources are saying right now, then of course I'm going to check that one out and make a review on that too, or first impressions. So make sure to subscribe, turn on notification bells, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know your thoughts on any of these dramas in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.